Hello there, I'm James from Elite Pre-Owned Vehicles and welcome to this gorgeous summer's evening here in Bromley and this video presentation for this equally as gorgeous Audi Q5. The car has a 2-litre petrol engine, a manual gearbox and 122,000 miles on the clock. Overall the car is in excellent condition. It is also commensurate with its age and mileage, so please don't expect a brand new car in showroom condition. With that said, it's my job on this video to point out anything that isn't commensurate with age and mileage, and then it's your job to decide whether the vehicle is in acceptable condition or not. The first part of this video will be a brief walk round of the car's overall interior and exterior for those of you that are a bit pushed for time and just want a brief understanding of the car's condition. The second part of this video will be a much more detailed analysis, and we'll talk about things such as specification, paintwork condition, tyre tread depth and so on. I would recommend that you do watch this video right the way to the end, as I will be taking the car on a test drive later on in the video. So that's a short version over with. Let's get into the more detailed analysis. Approaching the car from the front, as you may expect, there are one or two small stone chips, things like that, but again nothing you wouldn't expect for a car of this age and mileage. LED daytime running lights, but apart from the odd stone chip here and there, this bumper is in really good condition with no major scuffs or scrapes or dents. Moving down this near side, here we have our first alloy. It's an 18-inch alloy. There is a small scuff just there. It's a premium tyre, Continental tyre, and there's absolutely loads and loads of tread left. And there's a 1mm lip on that brake disc, so lots of life left in that brake. Moving further down this near side, nothing really to report here. Just at the bottom of this rear door there is a small graze, but I'm going to get in there with a bit of polish and reduce that down visually. It won't go completely, but I will get that down so that you won't notice it. Onto our second alloy. And this looks in really fantastic condition. No signs of any scuffing. Tyre tread depth, shed loads of tread left there, and there's no lipping whatsoever on that brake disc, so loads and loads of life left there. Moving around to the rear of the vehicle, as we can see we've got parking sensors. One final look down this near side. As we can see, no major dents, no major scuffs, just a very nice straight car. All original paintwork. Hasn't been sprayed anywhere. This is as the car came to me. We do have a couple of chips on the top of the bumper here, which is fairly typical for an SUV or an estate car. Things are obviously loaded in and out of the car, so it is to be expected. But again, I'm going to get some touch-in paint and just touch those in so that they won't be noticeable. Nothing to report on this wing here, and we're on to our third alloy. Fantastic alloy, great condition, and no signs of any scuffing. Again, we're on a Continental tyre, premium tyre, and absolutely loads and loads of life left there. And there's no lipping on that brake disc, so I expect that these rear brakes have been changed very recently. Let's move further down the offside. As we can see from this angle, very straight, no dents, not so much as even a car parking dent down this side by the look of it. Car parking shopping trolley dent is what I meant. Nothing to report, just really lovely straight condition. And as we can see from this angle, lovely straight car, fantastic. So arriving at our final alloy, there is a small scuff just there, very, very tiny. But apart from that, this alloy is in really, really good condition. And we've got a matching Continental tyre, so 4 matching tyres. And again, shed loads of life left there. So it would appear that all these tyres were changed at the same time. And there's a 1mm lift on that brake disc. So again, lots of life left there. So to sum up the exterior of this car, it's in fantastic condition. Yes, there are a couple of stone chips here and there, but nothing that really detracts from the overall look of the car, and certainly nothing you wouldn't expect fair wear and tear commensurate with its age and mileage. Loads and loads of life left in the tyres, fantastic alloys, and good brakes. In fact, what appear to be new brakes at the rear. So that's the external analysis complete. Let's start with the interior. Full black leather, original overmats, and whilst we're here, we shall do some paperwork. So we've got our logbook, and as we can see, no previous keepers, and the one there, which I'll cover for data protection reasons, is obviously the only owner, so just a one owner car. We've got a spare key and the emergency key, so there's 2 keys, one in my pocket, plus this one, and the emergency key that Audi provide you with. I think that just pops out there somehow. Service schedule. So the first service was done at 18,618 miles. As you can see, this was put on the Audi long life service, so I believe 15 to sort of 18,000 miles is the frequency at which these cars should be serviced. The next one at 28,422, again, main dealer. We have one at 47,076 miles, Audi main dealer. We've got one at 67,321, Audi main dealer, and one at 84,168, Audi main dealer. One at 102,809 miles, and that's an Audi main dealer. And there will be one put right there at its current mileage, around 122,000. The car is booked in to have its service, full major service, and it will have its MOT, and any advisories will be rectified. So prior to sale, we'll have a brand new MOT and a service. As you can see, all the original owner's manuals there. In case you ever get insomnia, you can read all that stuff, and it comes in its original Audi book pack. So mechanically, this car's been really well looked after, and as I say, it will have a brand new MOT with no advisories, and it will have a full service just prior to sale. Of course, this is a 4-wheel drive car, signified by Audi's way of saying 4-wheel drive, which is quattro. Into the rear. Lovely clean condition. Seats look absolutely fantastic. Barely look satin, to be honest. Really lovely condition. Let's pop the boot. As you can imagine, quite a big cavernous boot on this. Lovely clean condition. Locking wheel nut just there, and this is a spare tyre, Audi's version of a collapsible spare tyre, and the inflator kit for it is just hiding away down there. You may want to do your own research about what that is, but effectively that is a pump that inflates that tyre. If you just take a look on YouTube, you'll be able to find out. It's quite amusing to watch, actually. And the socket for it there is just there. That's the socket for inflating the spare wheel. So same story on this side, lovely clean condition, no signs of any wear, no burns or tears, anything like that. Car smells nice and fresh. It isn't a smoker's car. And into the driver's side where the magic happens. Electric mirrors and windows, central locking, automatic lights, they're the controls for the trip computer, multifunction steering wheel, there's the volume. As we can see, we're in manual, and that is an electronic parking brake. So as I mentioned, we have two keys. Here's the one that was in my pocket. As you can hear, the radio works. You've got your controls for telephone. And all your radio, it is a DAB radio. So you depress the clutch, push and hold the button. As you can see, all the lights went on. And all the lights go off again. Service due, but as I mentioned earlier in the video, the car is booked in to have its service. We also have, hidden up here, the controls for the pan roof, which is obviously a fantastic feature of this car. It is an optional extra. And there we can see it working in all its glory. You can have it halfway open or fully open like that. And then to put the blind over, you just push the button just there. And there goes the blind. So as you can see, it all works, and it's a fantastic feature, particularly with weather like this at the moment we're having. Of course, the beating heart of this fantastic vehicle is this 2-litre petrol engine, which, as you can hear, ticks over fantastically well. No signs of any oil leaks. Everything works as it should do. I've driven this car personally for around 40 miles and it drives without fault. It's a really, really lovely drive. Nice smooth gearbox. Gear changes are fantastic, as we can see the daytime running lights there. The clutch is exactly where it should be. So with that in mind, I think it's time for a test drive. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the part of the video where we go for a little bit of a test drive. Obviously, it's a huge part of buying a vehicle is you want to know how the car drives, which is understandable. I mean, why wouldn't you? So, how does the car drive? Well, I can tell you now, the car drives fantastically. It drives brand new. It's often an overused phrase in car sales to say that it drives like new. But in this instance, it really genuinely does drive like new. Apart from this short test drive I'm about to take you, and I've driven this car myself extensively, as I do with all the vehicles that I retail, and it drives brilliantly. Yeah, I really am very impressed. It's the first Q5 I've driven, and I was really impressed with it. It's a petrol, as you know, manual. The gear changes are fantastically smooth. The clutch is exactly where it should be. It's not too high, not too low. Apologies, we're going over a few speed bumps here, so if the camera is shaking around a bit, sorry about that. And it's just a very, very nice, smooth engine. it really doesn't feel like it's got 122,000 miles on it. And on that note, please don't let the mileage put you off. If you look on Auto Trader, you'll see older examples of this particular engine going well into 150, 180,000 miles. So if looked after properly, and this one has been, there's no reason whatsoever why it can't go on and on and on. So don't let that mileage put you off. It really does. Well, come and see for yourself. Come and see for yourself. The point of this video is obviously to try and demonstrate to you the condition of the car, and also the point of this little test drive is to try and explain to you how the car drives. But obviously do come and verify all this for yourself. The car's not underpowered. 2-litre engine. You might be thinking, is it too small? It's not. It's not underpowered at all. It definitely has enough. Well, there, that second gear going up quite a steep incline. It doesn't want for power, this car at all. It's got plenty of poke. The brakes are fantastic, as you've seen from earlier. The rear brakes are what appear to be brand new, and there's shed loads of life left in the front brakes, so the brakes are very sharp. No issues there whatsoever. Everything works. Electric windows. I won't pull that window down because the camera's mounted on there, and you'll disappear. Well, I'll disappear. The electric mirrors, they work. Radio, as you heard earlier, it all works. Aircon blows nice and cold. No issues there whatsoever. And yeah, it's just a very, very lovely car to be in. Plenty of space, plenty of power. It's a fantastic car, and obviously that pan roof as well is a superb addition to anyone. So the $64,000 question is, would I be comfortable putting my family into this car and going on a long drive, a 500-mile drive? And the answer is a resounding yes. I would have no reason whatsoever to not put my family in this car and go off on a long car journey. It's a fantastic car, and I think that's the biggest testament I can give to it, that I would have no problem putting my family in this car and setting off on a long road trip. So a couple of other things that you may be thinking about at this stage. Part exchange, if you have one, of course. Part exchange is welcome, absolutely fine. Please just contact me and I'll value your car with you over the phone. All I ask is that you be as honest with me about the condition of your car as I have been on this video. Obviously at some point I'm going to see the car, so please just be as honest as you can. Of course, I can only give you the trade value for your vehicle. I offer ease and convenience. If you're looking to achieve private or even retail prices, I'm afraid I can't help you. And lastly, most importantly perhaps, the price. The price is the price. I don't overinflate the prices of my cars so that I can leave some room for wiggling and reducing and haggling, and I don't play games like that. The daft silly games to play, and I don't play them. Because I'm effectively a one-man band, if you like. I look after every facet of my business. I'm a sole trader. It's my business. I do everything. I can keep my overheads down as low as possible, which means I can keep my margins down as low as possible, and offer my cars to market very competitively. What I do is price it as low as I possibly can to attract as many buyers as possible. Obviously I want to sell the car quickly, but also to leave a margin in it to provide a living for myself and put a roof over my family's head. So please do respect that. So I think it's fair to say I'm waffling at this point. In fact, I know that I'm waffling. I'm most definitely waffling. So at this point I'm going to draw a line under this test drive, and hopefully this proved beneficial to you. So there you go, guys. You've seen it all now. You've seen the exterior, you've seen the interior, you've seen the paperwork, you've been on a test drive, you've seen the engine start, you've heard the engine. And the car wants for nothing. It's in fantastic condition overall. One owner, from new, really well cared for, well cherished car. And all it's looking for is a new owner, which could be you. It could be you. So to book a viewing and a test drive, please contact James from Elite Pre-Owned Vehicles on 0800 689 3845, or you can contact me, sales@elitepreownedvehicles.co.uk, or you can pop onto my website, elitepreownedvehicles.co.uk, and you can view my other stock, find out a little bit more about me and my business, and most importantly, you can read several 5-star reviews from my previous satisfied customers. So I hope that you found this video useful and that you enjoyed watching it, and I look forward to showing you this car very soon. Thanks for watching.